morning, everybody. Living Pain here. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I'm finally getting to hit the wall, and I think I mentioned it maybe last week that I haven't had one bad day, period, and just feeling strong. The thing about dieting, exercise, all that stuff is in a second it can change. It's not a gradual, I feel great, and then a gradual, I don't. It could be just like this, and then boom, right off the cliff. And yesterday was the first day that I really felt like I didn't want to train. I pushed myself out the door. And then I thought, well, I just need a good night's sleep. And I had that power nap, sleep after work, had a good sleep. And then again, woke up today going, oh man, I really don't want to get out there and train. And I keep running in my mind, well, why is this? What's changed? Why am I not as motivated, or that I have to push myself, which is fine. That's all part of the process, pushing. But why? And the only thing I could think of is bringing it back. What's changed? And it's work. I think I'd mentioned yesterday, I have this one really difficult account that I'm working on. And I mean, really difficult. It's beyond belief. I don't know why, but it's just, I can't find this person for him, and it's been a long time. That's number one. And then I noticed when I ran yesterday, the side of my Achilles was very tight, and not at the backside, but at the side. And I've had that in the past, and a lot of it, I believe, is just because of the stress in my head. It's manifesting in certain parts of your body, and that's one area that I think part of it is, it's sore, and then the other part of it is because you feel it's sore, you kind of change the way you're walking, and it kind of makes it more sore, if that makes any sense. And the only way to fix it up is to somehow relax and walk through it. And I've had this before many times. So there's some uncertainty with the work stuff. That for sure is the main contributor of this. And it's just something that I'm just recognizing now. And the other part of it is you go, look, I'm so close to doing 100 days. You don't self-sabotage yourself. Don't stop a day early before that. And it's just keep pushing through. So I might feel different tomorrow. Maybe it is 2 nights sleep, whatever that I need. However, it's just, you hit these periods, and we all do that. The good news is I don't feel like wanting to overeat, or drown my sorrows in food. So that's really a positive. It's just the exercise right now that's kind of, I'm thinking about wanting to work more and more, and I've got to stop that. That's what got me into this situation to begin with. Weight-wise, up 0.4 of a pound, so 18.4 pounds is what I weighed in at. I'm sure it's a direct result of my eating that popcorn, Orville Redenbacher. And, I had a good day yesterday. I probably ate 1,800 calories, although I have this scale upstairs that kind of is really advanced. It's not just your weight, but it goes through how much muscle you have, bone, all this rest of it. And it says, based on my age and my body composition that it's reading, that I only need like 1,750 calories. And there might be some real truth to that, because my weight loss has been slow. It's been consistent, but it's been slow. And normally they say the average person needs 2,200 calories, although that's probably the average person 25, 30, 35. When you get to 50, you don't need as much. And the scale is quite interesting. It's the first time that I've seen, hey, you only need 1,800 calories. So I've got to think about that and maybe start bringing my calories down a little bit. Anyhow, as you can tell, to keep myself motivated, if you go through the motions, you will succeed. I've already put on my cycling gear. I'm going to have my cup of coffee, and then I'm off. Well, ride done. It's always those days that you don't want to do it, you dread it, that you have one of your better rides. And today was one of those. I actually got into average 27.1 kilometers an hour, which, you know, isn't a huge fast time. If I average 29 or 30, that's something to be real proud about. But for me being, 218 pounds and being able to do that right now, I'm pretty happy with it. I actually passed my first guy. Normally, since this journey's begun, I've been getting passed on the bike by everybody of all body types. And today was the first time that I actually passed somebody, which was a good feeling. And there was another guy that I would have passed. I was making up awesome ground. And then, of course, as I'm getting closer, he goes right and I'm going left. So it deprived me of that opportunity. But, it was just nice to get out there because it was one of my better rides and I wouldn't have predicted it based on how I felt this morning. And now I start the day and, it's a positive. I had a win right out of the gate. So let's hope the rest of the day is kick butt like this day is. Or this morning is, rather. All I could say is another mantra I have is expect the unexpected. And I teach everyone that I work with that. And I learned it from Mark Allen, my triathlon coach. And he would tell me this and all of his athletes, because you would do an Ironman, you're fully prepared, your bikes, you're trained, and when you get out there and race, anything could happen. For example, when he raced one time, he was ready. He would have won the Ironman. Kona was right there. Actually, it was the year that I did Ironman Kona, and he got 2 flat tires. Got one, changed it, got another, changed it, and what are the chances of getting 2 flat tires? So it was expect the unexpected. And what that does by believing in that is that it takes something that can be potentially a negative and it just puts it into perspective, that expect the unexpected, so that you're not anticipating that everything's going to be great, and then when it goes sideways, that you totally derail. It's just, hey, expect the unexpected. And the reverse works as well. I remember trying to qualify for Kona, and I did 4 Ironman races that year. And when I was in the best shape of my life, I trained so hard. And one of the races, I got food poisoning the night before. Another one of the races, what happened on that one? I had something, stomach issues on one of them, and I'm trying to think what the other one. And anyway, I had one last race to qualify, and I just figured this was Lake Placid, and there was no way I was going to qualify. It's probably one of the most competitive fields in the entire U.S., and just go and finish the race. And it turned out that I had no preconceived ideas. I did the race. And I finished, I think, in the top 6 or 7. They only take the top 6 or 7, and I qualified for Kona. Completely unexpected. So why am I going through all this? Because I'm going to get to the meat of it right now and how it affects my diet. Today was probably one of the worst days I've had at work since I can remember. There's a couple of deals, that one deal in particular that I was working on, spending a ton of time. I only get paid if the deals go through. That's, so it's 100% commission based. And I figured for sure I had this one and got blindsided today. And it was a lot of money. So right off the bat, that was a deal that fell through. And then another one that was to be a done deal, and it was to be, completed today or on Monday. It turns out that one of the guys who was part of the deal just said, no, I'm not going to do it. So I lost that deal. And then I'm just struggling with another one of these deals to try to get the right person. So it's been like a horrible day, and it's one of those days where, my whole diet could derail. It's like, yeah, and this is what will derail a diet. So even throughout the day, and I want to preface this and say, I didn't go off the rails. In fact, I only ate like 1,400 calories. So just to let you know, but there was nibbling. Like if you look at the calories that I had, it started off, I didn't have breakfast. I didn't have time. The day was so busy. So I ate lunch and I had a chef salad and pulled pork. For dinner, a couple of chicken breasts, some rice, and beans. Where I struggled was on the snacking, and thank goodness I didn't go crazy, but it was just like this day was so bad that somehow I controlled myself, but the bits and bites, which are like the Cheerios and peanut or pretzels, and then I had Planters peanuts. There's this canister on the counter, so I'd walk by and take some peanuts. And then the final was after dinner. I made a little ice cream cone, which was like, the cone was like 300 calories. I was able to just stop the derailing, but mentally it was one of those days. Like if I was to say what's the toughest day and maybe the biggest win, is that I got through this day. The worst part is I did everything right. These deals, man, and especially in this environment where we've been on COVID and business has basically been shut down. You're looking to get things rolling again. When you lose significant opportunity or money that you were hoping or thinking was going to be the way we start getting back going and I could bring staff back, it was a tough one. So I'd say today, looking at it, I gotta look at the positive. Well, I woke up, so I'm still alive. That's a positive. B, I didn't want to ride my bike. I got out on my bike. That was a positive. C, I missed my breakfast, so I didn't eat calories there. So I did some inadvertent intermittent fasting. So that was a positive. For lunch, I had a salad, and I finished off the last half cup of pulled pork. So that's a positive. I definitely felt alive today with the emotional stuff, and I kept it together. Expect the unexpected. And then I didn't overeat, even though I snacked. It was just little bits here, little bit there, and I was able to keep the calories under 1,500 calories. So I guess I could say I won a lot, but I also lost a lot. And if anything, I would say overall, I'm really, really happy I got through this day. And hopefully tomorrow will be better. That expect the unexpected will work in my favor. It's the old Einstein, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So anyway, a little bit long, but this is all part of the journey. Have a good one, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow. Living pain.